What's up, YouTubers? Today we're going to be talking about a new OS called iOS 10. It was announced yesterday at WWDC 2016. We're going to go over some of the features that I know and that I have discovered that Apple didn't announce yesterday. Let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to go from best to least important. So from most important to least important, starting from number 1 all the way to number 10. So we're gonna go over 10 features. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so on the home screen, if you go up in the control center right here, you'll see brand new redesign. This new redesign has like blue icons on the top. You have your night shift deal right there. As you see, you can turn to yellowish. I don't think that's important, but the night shifts, but it is number 1. Because how many times do we access the control center to toggle Wi-Fi on and off, whatnot. Total redesign. The other one was just terrible, in my opinion. Alright, number 2, believe it or not, lock screen. Your lock screen has been completely redesigned. So you swipe to the right and you get all your widgets and your important stuff that are important to you that you set. You swipe to the right, you get camera. Still beta, keep that in mind, it's a little glitchy, but you have access to your camera now. Just like that. Instead of swiping up, you swipe to the right. And swipe to the left, you get your widgets. And now, if you put Touch ID on, you see it's not doing anything with Touch ID. You have to actually press the home button to get to the home screen. Reasoning behind that, why I put that in number 2, is because people couldn't see their notifications. The Touch ID was so fast, it just went straight to the home screen, and then it was like, hey, what the hell happened here, I couldn't see my notifications, so then you had to go up here, then read your notifications. That's another thing. The badges are completely different. You see these badges right there? Awesome. Very, very, very nice and clean. I say that they're getting past Android's badge fanciness, so alright. At number 3, it would have to be Siri API. I cannot demonstrate Siri API, but basically you could say, hey Siri, get me an Uber, and it would get you an Uber. There's certain apps that are implementing the Siri API right now. They're working on it. This is just a beta. We'll probably see some APIs next month, perhaps in the middle of the beta, but right now I don't guarantee you that we're going to see any APIs anytime soon. Alright, so hey Siri, get me an Uber.
I don't see an app for that. You'll need to download one.
Alright, you see, it knows it has the API, just no company, no app has implemented the API quite yet. But the cool thing is about this is that you remember Siri extensions on Cydia. It's basically going to do something like that, so you can probably, I'm going to see if I can develop something myself, like ChatWiz or something that will make Siri a little more chatty. Alright. So at number 4, it would have to be deleting all your standard apps. So I'm just going to hold them down here, and you can actually see, let me see if I can get my apps to wiggle. So you see, now you have options to delete weather, stocks, iBooks, iTunes Store. I was not expecting that. The home app, which I think is, I might delete it if I don't use it, but I have some smart appliances. The Watch app, which I know for a lot of people who don't have Apple Watches, was huge. So just about all your system apps you can delete. Just about. You can delete the mail app. I don't know why you would do that, but Safari you cannot delete. You can't delete like your basic. So if you're a very basic person and you want to give this to an elderly who doesn't know much about phones, you can delete a whole bunch of system apps, make it simple. So that's cool. Apple's doing that. I find that a big step. Alright. At number 5, it would have to be Race to Wake. You wake, boom. So, okay, why did I put this in the middle? The reason being is because sometimes you just want to see the time, and by the time you press the lock button, it's just so inconvenient, and you just do this. So definite, they got that from the Apple Watch, of course, but hey, if you don't have an Apple Watch, you still have this awesome feature. So and then you bring it down, it should automatically go to sleep. It's still beta, so you have to do like drastic downward positions so that it actually goes to sleep, but it's not doing it right now. So alright, number 6 would have to be the messaging interface. Alright, so I'm gonna do this like this since it doesn't have any harmful info. So if you hit send and you force touch on to send, you will get some more like emotion. You can force touch in and you get a lot of emotion into the buttons and whatever. And the badges, you can make them bigger or smaller. It's pretty cool how this interface, and you have like, you can emojify stuff. So we're gonna open up a note. So I'm just gonna put feeling happy. Alright, now there's a little emoji right here. See that? That's amazing. Boom. Feeling happy. Isn't that awesome? I just love the feature. It works for just about any native app. Any app really. WhatsApp, notes. So yeah, now you got feeling and you got a smiley face. Okay? So that's pretty cool. That's a emojify everything. Emojifying everything is actually pretty fun because, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm just gonna be like fireworks and just, because I can't see well, so I just type it in and it shows. The next thing that I want to talk about is the new music app. Complete redesign. Everything just completely changes. So you now have your downloads section. You can follow artists or whatever. You have iTunes Radio. I don't use the music app much, but it looks better. Alright. Okay, so the next thing is number 8 is the force touch or 3D touch on apps to get info. So here I force touched on, or 3D touch, I don't know, on weather. And on weather, you can see the weather and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. And then where else I think we can force touch without revealing personal info? Yeah, you can force touch in music too, and you can get like little things. You get this new interface, and you can add stuff here to the bottom and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. You have like little own widgets. I think App Store now has one too now. But you still, like, your native 3D touch apps still work just fine. It's just some of them, like Safari doesn't do it. Oh, Mail does. Mail has this contact cards on the bottom for your VIPs. So it'll actually allow you to get that going. Alright. And now, next thing, the fact that now, finally, there's something Apple seems to be working on. Something that Apple did not announce, and I have noticed. Security. For real, like, this seems secure, because none of the lock screen bypasses work. Nothing that you can say, hey, it can be a hazard, somebody can get into my phone. There's no lock screen bypasses anymore, because you lost a lot of crap that you were able to do. So like for Siri, show me tweets at gmail.com. So you see, it actually, I have to not use Touch ID, I don't know why, but show me tweets at gmail.com.
Checking Twitter. Okay, here are some.
So you should have been able to click on that and be able to click on at gmail.com or whatever, and see, it just brings you your password field. So that is definite plus. I think good job, Apple, for what you have been doing. You know what I mean? It definitely helps the security flaw that there was there. And at number 10, it's something you will barely notice, but it's something that is definitely there. On your flashlight, if you press on it, you have different intensity, so you can have, you have basically low intensity, medium intensity, and high intensity. So that's number 10.